Ladies and gentlemen, donors, volunteers, staff, and supporters, every friend of Hoag, welcome to a night of celebration, of promises made and promises kept. Our promise to lead, innovate, and transform healthcare for our community and beyond. Our promise to enable Orange County's leading health system, our dedicated and supremely talented healthcare professionals, our Hoag, to realize our full potential and help the people of the communities we serve realize theirs. Friends of Hoag, welcome to the finale of the Hoag Promise Campaign.
Hello, and thank you for being here. I'm so glad you're able to join us for the finale of the Hoag Promise Campaign. Tonight is the culmination of a journey that began a decade ago when we launched the first comprehensive campaign in the history of Hoag. In 2010, we could see that healthcare was being transformed, and we knew Hoag could lead the way forward. To be that leader, we had to draw on one of Hoag's greatest strengths, the fact that Hoag was founded by the community. And we had to involve the leaders of this community, all of you, in helping us reach our campaign goal of $627 million. That goal made this one of the largest and boldest comprehensive campaigns ever run by a community-based hospital. We took on this ambitious challenge, we reached out to you, and we shared the vision for what your philanthropy could accomplish. And you responded. Wow, did you respond. In just 10 years, our donors have nearly quadrupled, engaging hundreds of volunteers and tens of thousands of supporters who not only made it possible to reach our aggressive campaign goal, but to soar right past it, giving us the resources and inspiration we need to keep Hoag's promise. Hoag Promise isn't just the name of this campaign, it's a commitment, a pledge, and a responsibility. It's our commitment to maximize the power of your philanthropy by attracting and retaining top clinical talent, bringing the latest technology and best medicine to our community, creating our own legacy of innovation at Hoag, and delivering the highest quality care to our patients. It's also your pledge to support Hoag so we can continue to fulfill our mission to serve the community. And it's a responsibility we all share to ensure that this great institution, our Hoag, achieves its full potential. So tonight it's about many things. We'll take a close look at all three pillars of Hoag Promise: to lead, innovate, and transform. We'll celebrate the remarkable numbers achieved through this campaign. But this is about so much more than numbers. It's about the people, our patients, our families, our friends, the lives saved, and the exceptional care provided. Above all, it's about you. Your generosity, your impact, your sense of ownership in the Hoag of today and tomorrow, and the difference you're making every day. So once again, thank you for being part of tonight's celebration, and thank you for helping us keep the Hoag Promise.
Hello, friends of Hoag. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Robert, it is so exciting to be here tonight to help celebrate the phenomenal success of our Hoag Promise campaign.
We have so much to celebrate thanks to you, the 24,000 donors to this campaign.
And because of your generosity, we have received over 90,000 gifts. That's 90,000.
That speaks volumes about the faith that you've put in Hoag and your confidence that we will continue to lead, innovate, and transform lives here in Orange County and beyond.
The total amount that you have contributed is so impressive, and at the end of this program, we're going to reveal those combined results of the campaign. They are so amazing. But we also need to look beyond the numbers to appreciate the full impact of our generous donors.
Absolutely. And in fact, you can even map the impact our donor community is making. Just look. This map shows Hoag's presence in Orange County in 1996. This is our footprint in 2010, when the Hoag Promise Campaign began. And look what's happened since. Thanks to your philanthropy, we are able to meet the needs of many more people in the communities we serve today and for the generations to come.
That is incredible, Robert. Hoag was built by our community for our community. This united support is the reason for Hoag's success in transforming lives. Imagine all of the lives that we have touched, the cancers we've cured, the heart disease that we've treated, the neurological conditions that we have helped families overcome, and the new babies that we have brought into the world.
Because of you, Hoag is here to help everyone who needs great health care at any time in their lives.
We feel the impact of your support every day at Hoag. Our largest gift in Hoag's history came during the campaign from the late Jeffrey Carlton. Part of his transformational gift went to support the Jeffrey M. Carlton Heart and Vascular Institute, which is a recognized leader in cardiology, and it's one of the 7 specialties at Hoag that are nationally ranked by U.S. News & World Report. As with every donor's gift, Mr. Carlton's will continue to transform lives well beyond the end of the Hoag Promise Campaign. In fact, most recently, his gift is funding one of the 19 endowed chairs at Hoag.
Hoag's commitment to innovation led us to adopting the endowed chair model, which is traditional in academia, but rare in community healthcare settings. By doing so, we are providing a dynamic tool to our clinical leaders to advance their specialties and care for our community in ways only Hoag can. Our community is blessed with so many visionary donors who embrace our vision of supporting our world-class physicians in this way. Hoag's ability to lead and innovate is fueled by your involvement, your gifts, your ideas, your time, and your insights. Hoag volunteer leaders played a vital role in the success of the campaign. From the 552 Club to Circle 1000, our hospital and foundation board of directors, and the many dedicated campaign volunteer committees. We could not do any of this without you, your time, and your talent.
It takes a village, and together, donors, volunteers, physicians, and staff made the success of the Hoag Promise Campaign possible.
Well, Marcy, you know how much I love talking about the great things that are happening at Hoag. Let's take a look at the ways the Hoag Promise Campaign is helping us lead, innovate, and transform.
Let's do it.
Your philanthropy is bringing our communities extraordinary new healthcare resources. As a center of excellence in robotic surgery, a designation reserved for the most advanced healthcare organizations, Hoag now performs more robotic-assisted surgeries than all but 4 other hospitals in the entire country.
Michael and I have been a part of Newport Beach our whole lives. Michael's life was saved by Dr. Mila when he was having a heart attack. We always knew that we wanted to pay things forward. We love to provide where we can to people who are doing good.
Giving can take a lot of forms. The giving part to Hoag was seemingly easy, knowing the kind of result we were going to get from our benefactoring.
I love the fact that we've taken technology and brought it together with healthcare in a way that makes people's healing better, faster, and easier.
The Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute, supported by one of the largest gifts in Hoag's history, is another great example of the impact of philanthropy. This institute is a nationally recognized leader and the most comprehensive neurosciences program in Orange County.
We're so fortunate here in Orange County to be able to access the talent pool that they have over there. With the closeness of it and the talent that they have, people should be very grateful living in Orange County that you have this level of management and expertise that we don't have to travel throughout the world or across the country to other specialty areas.
The Pickup Family's gift has been built upon by many others. The new Fudge Family Acute Rehabilitation Center is helping patients who have been treated for neurologic injuries to maximize their independence and quality of life. With its innovative interdisciplinary approach to rehabilitation, the center helps patients set realistic goals, and it uses evidence-based strategies to optimize their functional outcomes. Patients no longer need to leave Hoag for an outpatient facility. They can now stay right here for their entire recovery.
I'm Gina Loratis. I've been a nurse at Hoag for 17 years. My friends Janeth and Tal have been my friends. We started at Hoag as nurses. January 11th, we arrived in Seattle. We rented a car. We're driving to Olympic, the city in Seattle, when we had this car accident. When they told me I had a stroke and I have all these injuries, my neck fracture, my sternal fracture, my rib fracture, and my thoracic fracture.
When I first heard of Gina, she was up in Seattle, and I heard that they were going to be able to bring her down to the rehab center. And I thought, how lucky is Gina to get to do that, because she is a member of the Hoag family.
Being in an accident and having a stroke, you get depressed. You felt like it's not gonna get better. They all assured me it's gonna get better. And it did. It did. I'm just so grateful and thankful to have this building for me to recover and for me to gain my life back. And I can't thank enough Mr. Fudge and his family and Hoag family.
The Hoag Family Cancer Institute is providing the world-class care that every patient deserves.
And the Hoag Family Cancer Institute is using your philanthropy to continue growing an exceptionally robust portfolio of research and clinical trials in order to develop new cutting-edge cancer therapies. Few other community-based cancer programs can offer access to novel drugs like these, but Hoag can, because bringing transformative new therapies to the people we serve is part of the Hoag Promise.
At the Dean and Gerda Kunst Radiation Oncology Center, Hoag introduced the very first MR-Linac view ray technology to Orange County, the second in California and the 16th in the nation, providing incredible advancements in radiation oncology treatment.
This groundbreaking technology empowers oncologists to pinpoint tumors during radiation treatment, even those that many other imaging devices miss.
I'd like to thank very much Mr. and Mrs. Kuntz for providing the means to get this new machine. I was the first patient to receive the treatment, and I'm very pleased and grateful to them.
This was a significant investment and a huge project that required many resources to complete. But now we are so fortunate to be able to provide the most advanced technology to patients at the Hoag Family Cancer Institute.
And with support from Gary Fudge, the Sow family, and other visionary philanthropists, Hoag has expanded its renowned maternity services to one of Orange County's fastest-growing communities, Irvine. The Fudge Family Birthing Suites let moms-to-be and their families experience labor, delivery, and the first precious moments with their newborns, all in the same room.
Meet baby Riley, the first of over 400 babies who have been born at the Fudge Family Birthing Suite since December. And Hoag's Women's Health Institute continues to expand in both Newport Beach and Irvine with comprehensive, innovative programs. One of them is the Maternal Mental Health Program. It is a collaboration between the Pickup Family Neurosciences Institute and the Women's Health Institute. We are committed to identifying and treating mental health conditions before, during, and after pregnancy. The program has and will continue to make a significant impact on the well-being of our mothers and babies in our communities.
A great example of Hoag's ability to lead, innovate, and transform is happening right now at the Marion Dick Allen Diabetes Center. Thanks to so many of you, we are providing anyone with this life-limiting disease the treatment they need, regardless of their ability to pay. And that's not all.
Here, Hoag researchers are conducting a Phase 3 clinical trial on a novel way to address the challenges of diabetes. The trial is evaluating a long-term implantable glucose monitoring system, a technology that has the potential to revolutionize the way the disease is managed today.
Friends of Hoag have made donations of all sizes during the Hoag Promise Campaign. Each and every gift has helped enhance Hoag's ability to care for our community, and we're so grateful for each and every one of them.
The Jeffrey M. Carlton Heart and Vascular Institute has achieved a number of firsts in the areas of technology, surgical capabilities, and other techniques.
Together, donors have made Hoag a leader in heart and vascular care with the Nancy and Bill Thompson Heart Valve Center, the very first valve center on the West Coast.
Your generous support has enabled the Hoag Orthopedic Institute to become one of the highest-ranked specialty hospitals in the nation. And our physician leaders believe strongly that for the benefit of patients everywhere, they must share their knowledge. They are teaching their innovative approaches through their orthopedic fellowship program.
Led by over 20 of our physicians, the fellowships create a distinctive educational environment, enabling our fellows to become the elite specialty surgeons of tomorrow.
Our founding visionaries, the members of the Hoag family, continue to keep their promise to support the health system that bears their name.
One example of their continuing leadership is the Melinda Hoag Smith Center for Healthy Living, which is now bringing a comprehensive range of health and wellness resources to underserved individuals and families. In partnership with 35 agencies, it is creating a best practices model for other communities.
Philanthropy also enables us to help patients with diseases that few other community health systems can even treat, such as inflammatory bowel disease.
The Margolis Family IBD program brings patients with this complex condition a holistic set of resources, including comprehensive care, cutting-edge research, and the opportunity to take part in clinical trials of promising new therapies.
You know, when you save one person's life, they call you a hero. When you save hundreds of lives, they call you a nurse. So it's no wonder that nursing, and in particular nursing education, has been such a focus of the Hoag Promise Campaign.
Hoag patients see the power of your philanthropy in action every day throughout all of our locations and institutes. Everywhere a Hoag patient benefits from the incredibly talented, dedicated, and compassionate Hoag nurses.
These are the words of Julia Argyros, whose support established the Julia Argyros Center for Nursing Excellence, which is enhancing the knowledge and skills of our exceptional nursing staff. And it has helped Hoag become one of just 3% of all hospitals in the U.S. to receive the prestigious Magnet designation, the highest honor for a nursing practice 4 times in a row. Thanks to everyone who donated to nursing education. Over 84% of Hoag nurses now hold an advanced degree, and you have funded more than 3,000 nursing scholarships to date.
Personally, I've had nurses come to me and say, Crystal, if we didn't have the scholarship program, specifically the nursing scholarship program, I would have never come back to school. I would have never finished my master's. I would have never done my certification. I wouldn't have bettered myself in my profession. I don't think you guys realize how much of an impact you've had on my life, on the life of all of the nurses that I work with, on the life of all of the nurses here at Hoag Hospital. Your financial support and your belief in us can be felt throughout the entire hospital.
The entrances to our emergency rooms are Hoag's front doors. Every day, hundreds of people, our friends, our neighbors, and often members of our own families walk through these front doors, which means that every day, hundreds of people see vivid proof of the huge and permanent impact that you all, our donors, are making on Hoag's ability to provide exceptional health care to our community.
The Benjamin and Carmela Dew Emergency Pavilion is a state-of-the-art facility designed to meet the growing needs of the Irvine and South County communities. Thanks to community support from visionary donors, the facility is now more than 5 times larger than before, increasing the number of treatment spaces from 14 to 38. The life-saving work done every day in this emergency pavilion is a testament to you, our donors, your spirit, your heart, and your vision.
It's been a pleasure working in such a state-of-the-art, the best facility this community actually has, thanks to you. And just very grateful and very proud to be a part of this team.
Our donors help us shape the future of Hoag. and the future of healthcare. There's no better example than Hoag Innovators. This program was founded during the Hoag Promise Campaign by former board chair Robert Brunswick and his wife Kitty. It is made up of philanthropists, entrepreneurs, and community leaders who are dedicated to catalyzing innovation at Hoag.
The Hoag Innovators have funded a wide range of projects, including Hoag's Marfan Syndrome and Related Conditions Program, the only comprehensive program in Southern California for this rare and life-threatening genetic condition. A breakthrough new cardiac imaging system that provides real-time high-definition images of a patient's anatomy without exposing anyone to radiation. And a new app called Pacify, which provides virtual support to mothers and babies as they transition from the delivery room to home.
Throughout every part of Hoag and across Orange County, your generous support is helping us lead the way forward.
You are helping us innovate to find new solutions to a wide range of health challenges.
And your contributions are transforming lives in our community and beyond.
And this is the Hoag Promise.
And it is empowered every day by the promises you keep to Hoag.
These are just a few of the countless ways that you are helping us keep the Hoag Promise. And we've only just begun. Thank you.
You are changing lives, the lives of those who come to us for care. Because by keeping your promise to Hoag, you enable our patients to keep theirs. Let's meet one of these patients now.
There's a lot of things that I really enjoy about being an ER doctor. I really enjoy being there for patients when they are at probably some of their most vulnerable times. When I was told I had cancer, I was so lost. I was a patient. I wasn't a doctor.
You gotta put up a fade away.
Paul is this amazing person that I was super blessed to have met. We met when I was an intern, and he was an internal medicine resident. He came up to me and said, "Hey, I'm new. I'm one of the new residents, internal medicine residents. Can you show me around?" That whole shift, he spent, the whole shift with me seeing patients. Since then, we've been inseparable.
Okay, who's gonna help me? Who wants to do the vanilla?
The G-Force. They are my 3 sons, Gustav, Gerard, and Gavin, and they are definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Is that an eyeball?
Gustav's the oldest, and he is definitely an old soul. And then you have Gerard, and he's a talker. He's the one that's constantly asking questions. And then the little guy, my 3-year-old Gavin, he's our athlete. I'm their princess, so that's my G-force. I had a lot of colleagues that were working in New York who were seeing lots of people dying from COVID. And in a weird way, it was this weird anticipation where we could see the tsunami coming towards the West Coast. And I backed away from all my hospital administrative roles to become a full-time ER physician.
It's March 17th, 2020, when COVID-19 has affected much of Europe and Asia and is now here. Our staff is scared, we're stressed, but we're not running away. We're giving our kids kisses and our spouses hugs, and we're going to work.
And because of that, because I was getting exposed, I ended up staying downstairs, being away from the boys, not able to really be around them, wasn't allowed upstairs to tuck them in, right? And was really having conversations with my husband about moving out of the house.
I'm gonna start my shift for the week. See how it goes. Right, lots of people made sacrifices. I can make this one.
I got off at 3 in the morning. I was exhausted. I took off some of my stuff in the garage, took a shower, and I noticed a lump in my breast that I hadn't felt before. The next morning, I talked to my husband. I said, do you feel this? I called Dr. Elizabeth Yanni, who is an amazing primary care doctor, and she brought me in right away, and she ordered the ultrasound and mammogram. That following Monday morning, I go back and I'm doing the morning shift in the ER. And as I'm driving home, someone from Hoag calls me and says, we have your results. Would you be able to speak with the radiologist? Basically, she tells me you have triple negative invasive ductal carcinoma.
When we say triple negative breast cancer, what we're saying is it's lost all of those receptors. It's estrogen negative, progesterone negative, and HER2 negative, which is why it's triple negative. And that usually tells us that it's a much more aggressive type of breast cancer. But women who have more aggressive cancers, automatically, we know that up front, they will definitely need chemotherapy.
One of the first things that we did was we emailed and texted a bunch of our colleagues and friends. I said, I need a breast surgeon. Who do you recommend? And one of the things that we started noticing was that on different people's lists, Dr. Khan, her name popped up. If she's popping up in a lot of people's recommendations who are also surgeons themselves, who are recommending, then that's definitely where we're going, and that's how we chose Hoag.
At Hoag, we approach breast cancer care as a team approach. This involves a breast surgeon, a medical oncologist, a radiation oncologist, plastic surgeons, of course, geneticists sometimes. There are dedicated nurse navigators that also help patients, guide them through each individual step of this process so that everything is streamlined and can help facilitate getting them efficient and quick care.
The thing that I appreciate the most and that I recognize how blessed I am to have gotten care at Hoag is that I never felt like a number. I was not a statistic. My breast surgeon saw me as an individual with children who is a physician. My plastic surgeon did the same thing. The nurses there at the infusion center, they held my hand. They cried with me. They knew I was scared, and they made it okay. The fact that I was able to complete my chemo with them, and they were always so kind and gracious, and I will never forget their kindness. When I was really unsure how my survival would be and what my outcome would be, I wanted to start encapsulating kind of my essence for my kids. I had always joked with my husband that I wanted Robert Vargas to paint a painting of me when I first saw him. And the reason I wanted him to do a painting of me is because he actually captures your eyes in such a way, and I wanted him to capture the fire in my eyes, and so my kids would know that, I was fierce once. Cancer changes everything because, it changes you. It comes in and disrupts maybe the routine of your life. It makes you refocus priorities. Maybe I was asleep for a little bit, going through the routine of life and just surviving, and it really just wakes you up. And it makes you want to fight to live. This is me leaving chemo for the last time. I feel so blessed because Hoag has been such an amazing place to receive care. It's possible for, patients like me to receive so many resources.
Hoag has a wonderful comprehensive breast program, and we diagnose more breast cancer here at Hoag than USC and UCLA combined. We have fellowship-trained surgeons, such as myself, that not only did a surgery residency, but also did a specialty in only breast surgery, and they only practice breast surgery every day, day in and day out.
To be able to participate in, different types of potential treatments. And it's really through the generous donations that the donors have given to Hoag for this to really be possible here.
Sarah Cork is 100% cured of her breast cancer, and she is a breast cancer survivor, a warrior. I'm just so happy for her that she had a great outcome. We're really happy to have her part of the Hoag family.
I'm actually learning to live life and savor every moment. Just enjoy living and being alive, taking it all in. Thanks to the Hoag Promise Campaign, I've been able to keep a very important promise to my family, to fight and stay alive. And so for this, I really want to thank you.
We'll write a different story. I'll leave my past behind me.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you for sharing your incredible Hoag journey with us. Sarah's story is one of the countless examples of how Hoag changes lives every day. We celebrate all those stories, and we celebrate you because you enable us to lead, innovate, and transform. You empower us to keep the Hoag Promise. Tonight we've shared a few incredible examples of your philanthropy at work. Coming up, we have our big reveal of the final campaign results. But before we get to the grand finale, which I'm excited to experience with you in a few short moments, I personally have one last message I want to leave with you. It's the one we just heard from Sarah, an accomplished physician, a loving spouse and mother, and a grateful Hoag patient. Two simple words: thank you. Thank you for helping us live our commitment to maximize the power of your philanthropy. Thank you for fulfilling your pledge to support Hoag so we can continue serving our community. And thank you for sharing the responsibility to ensure that our Hoag achieves its full potential. Our commitment, your pledge, our shared responsibility. Now, our journey continues, and I know that with your enduring generosity, your impact, and your sense of ownership in the Hoag of today and tomorrow, our greatest accomplishments are still to come. This campaign has proven that our future is truly unbounded, and as you'll see in a minute, the sky is the limit.
From our humble origins in 1952, the Hoag story has been about a shared dream, united actions, and promises made and kept by so many. This is the promise that inspired aviator Glenn Martin to jumpstart our first fundraising campaign in 1944 with a pledge of $100,000. It's the promise that the Hoag Family Foundation empowered with their historic gift of $500,000. The promise of Hoag employees and staff to stay true to the principles we set when our first hospital opened its doors. The promise of neighbors to band together to bring exceptional health care to everyone. This is our Hoag, a landmark of our community. One of the very best health systems in California, in Los Angeles, and ranked #1 in all of Orange County. A proud distinction made possible by all those who treasure Hoag, who share our passion for helping others, who are part of our journey. The promise of some of the nation's best physicians, clinicians, and nurses to be a part of a community health system that changes so many lives for the better every single day. To always treat our patients and each other like family. Most of all, our story reflects the promise of this community to generously support Hoag year after year, so our neighbors, friends, and loved ones can triumph over diseases and disorders and live longer, healthier, and happier lives.
The impact that Hoag had on my life was profound. Not only did they save my life, but they helped me to redefine my life.
And I want to thank Hoag for making the investments in this community and being here to save my life.
Hoag is a leader of care today. We are very blessed and very fortunate to have Hoag.
And thanks to Hoag, thanks to Dr. Brown and his amazing staff, I am here to be talking about the wonderful care at Hoag.
Feeling at ease that my dad was getting the best care possible.
You helped make my recovery from lung cancer possible.
And it is here, it's in our community. We did not have to leave here. We got to stay home for treatment.
And it is the promise every donor and volunteer keeps today with their financial support, their time and energy, and their love of Hoag, enabling us to keep the Hoag promise, to be a trusted leader in our community and beyond, to find innovative new solutions for our medical needs, and to transform healthcare for all. This is our Hoag, keeping the Hoag promise, because for the last decade, year after year after year, with donations large and small, you have been keeping yours, establishing 19 new endowed chairs, creating 96 named spaces, funding over 3,000 scholarships for nurses and staff, and with contributions from across our community, including Hoag physicians, supporting our groundbreaking work in neurology, oncology, women's health, diabetes, heart and vascular care, digestive health, and in all 3 Hoag hospitals, orthopedics, Irvine and Newport Beach, enriching the expertise of our nurse scholars, caring for COVID-19 patients and their families, reaching the underserved with vital services, benefiting Hoag's greatest needs and our entire community. Meeting our goal for the Hoag Promise Campaign 18 months early, and then, fueled by the pride, trust, and faith you have in Hoag, blowing right past it. Our journey continues, so we can empower Hoag to achieve another kind of promise, the promise of our potential. This is our Hoag. Promises made, promises kept, for an even more promising future. Thanks to you.